Hello, friends. We'd like to welcome you to our new moon meditation, which will begin forthwith. And it occurs at 7:05 and 30 seconds GMT, so in about another 40 minutes or so. This is the kind of, in a way, Shambhala meditation, especially at a time when there is an eclipse. There is not right now, but it's still the same idea. We plant the seed that is to come to fruition. Uh-huh. Okay. Just want to make sure, yeah, that I'm recording. Okay. We plant the seed which is to come to fruition during the coming month. And then tonight at, I think it's 9 o'clock GMT, we have our monthly esoteric United Nations meeting. So you're, welcome to join us if you have not joined us before. And you can decide whether you want to pledge to be part of this process until the new Group of World Servers Festival in the year 2026. So let's begin. So we align with the inner and higher life as a group. And we realize something about our planet, that the Earth, really, the Earth scheme, is the base of the spine center for the solar logos. And that has huge implications for our developmental process. We realize that at the time of the new moon, a kind of will energy is strongly available. It's kind of like the alignment of the top of the head and the base of the spine. Just the way the consciousness energy is very available at the time of the full moon. So let us bring the personality into a state of receptivity through purification. DK talks about the fitness to receive. And we'll feel or visualize from the realm of soul a white light sweeping through the physical body. We will visualize white light sweeping through the etheric, through the astral vehicle, through the lower mental, and through the personality as a whole. And we realize we are trying to cultivate the mind as it is in Christ, which is love, wisdom, deeply intuitive. The disciple is the soul in incarnation, so we withdraw our attention from and we withdraw our identification with the personality. And we know the old Raja Yoga idea, I have a body, but I am not that body. I have my sentient emotional states, but I am not them. I have a lower mind with all of its many thoughts, but I am not them. Let there be a kind of stillness descend upon us so that the modifications of the lower nature do not block out the light of the soul. And we feel ourselves established within the soul field, imaginatively. The soul field of soul light, soul love, soul power, which is a sacrificial will. Our character, as it were, changes, and we are more and more the soul on its own plane. So we merge ourselves within a deep sense of the group soul. all of us gathered here as if we were one being and one consciousness. Make sure to keep your mute on. And so we unite in soul, imaginatively, with all the spiritually minded people of the world. Reaching out in will to all the men and women of goodwill. We embrace them in the divine will, as if our consciousness searches for them and we unite with them in soul. There are so many millions, we don't know them personally, but we as if unite with them and with the members of the new group of world servers, whatever country they may be in, whatever methods they may use. It's always for the upliftment of humanity as they determine the best way to work on that upliftment. And finally, we visualize the group soul merging as an aspect of the one soul of humanity, connecting with all human beings as soul, whether they are in the body or out of the body, and we realize that naught is but me in the large sense. Naught is but me. And we gather soul energy into that area of retained energies around the mental unit. That is the highest point at which we normally think, the highest part of the concrete mind. And visualize the multicolored antikarana passing through from the astral vehicle through the mental, through the retained energies of the soul, and as it were towards the higher mind and into the buddhi into the intuitive realm, into the realm of spiritual will. And we project a beam of white light upward, symbolically upward, inward, and inwardly pronounce the word of power, I see the greatest light, as we sound the Om on an indigo note. Om. So in this sense, we fit ourselves to become a recipient of hierarchical energy and to be as aware as possible of the divine will, divine purpose emanating from Shambhala. Some tiny portion perhaps of that divine will can come through to us at this time when the divine will can be impressive. Energy that is coming from this place which is a world of pure energy, of light and of directed force. It can be seen as streams and centers of force, all forming a pattern of consummate beauty, all potently invocative of the world of the soul and of the world of phenomena. Therefore, it constitutes, therefore, in a very real sense, the world of causes. So we dwell for a few moments in silence as we seek to be impressed by this world with its unfettered, its liberated light. We can imagine that the solar logos is stimulating Shambhala, and Shambhala is stimulating the entire planetary scheme and our globe and our own monadic and soul nature. we try to be very receptive. This is the Aquarian new moon, and Aquarius holds the promise of life more abundant. Now, at every new moon, one can plant a seed. Even in agriculture, that is understood. So every month, maybe the main part of this kind of work is to plant a seed imaginatively, and maybe it will be month to month a similar seed, or maybe something different each month. So let us begin with the individual level. And think of yourself as a disciple who is working to help to manifest the divine plan. The seeds germinate into qualities that appear excuse me, appear within the causal body. In that body of virtue, body of quality, and maybe you'll be working for a month on this seed. Maybe it will be Aquarian in nature, or maybe simply something that you feel should blossom, should appear more vibrantly in your causal body. So let's take some moments of meditation as you decide upon what seed you will plant individually. And do make note of it because, you know, it's easy to forget. And you can watch over that seed as it comes to fruition, especially at the time of the full moon and following. Now, many of us are involved in group life. The larger example of that, one of them, is our nation. So look over the causal body needs of your nation and imaginatively plant a seed which can come to greater fruition this month, from new moon to new moon, for your nation. And you can see how it might begin to work out in your country. And now, finally, and maybe most importantly, given the way that the dweller on the threshold of humanity is in combat with the angel of the presence of humanity, we plant a seed for all of humanity. And perhaps we can visualize how incrementally, a little bit, the flourishing of that seed would work out in the life of all humanity. So we do that, and we make note of what we have planted so we can review it as we go along, and especially at the next new moon when we decide whether we will plant something similar or something different. We review the 3 seeds we have chosen. We try to think broadly now of the energy of divine purpose and divine will, and we try to be individually and as a group aligned with divine purpose and divine will. To function in a new way, as if these great and high factors were really impressing us and the groups that we work with. we try to be as much under the impress of divine purpose and divine will as may be possible for us. And we think outward into the world, of areas which need specific remedy in order to fulfill divine purpose and divine will through the divine plan, and try to select one area and see it improving. And we'll do that because we'll hold the silence as you do that, because we're very close now, 6 minutes away from the new moon. And when it comes, I will sound the Om. But let us direct the energy of the group and your own idea of where remedy is needed out into the world, backed by this Aquarian energy of abundance, of liberation, also of brotherhood and equality. Let us send this Aquarian energy into an area which needs liberation, and I'll sound the Om at the moment of the new moon. And we will close our new moon meditation, since in humanity as a whole there is such an internal psycho-spiritual battle raging between the left and the right, and between the left-hand path and the right-hand path. We will close with the great invocation number 2, seeking to invoke the powers which can assist humanity to at last align with the divine plan. powers that can intervene as necessary to help humanity go forward into the Aquarian age in the right way. Let the Lords of Liberation issue forth. Let them bring succor to the sons of men. Let the rider from the secret place come forth, and coming save. Come forth, Almighty One. Let the souls of men awaken to the light, and may they stand with massed intent. Let the fiat of the Lord go forth. The end of woe has come. Come forth, O Mighty One. The hour of service of the saving force has now arrived. Let it be spread abroad, O Mighty One. Let light and love and power and death fulfill the purpose of the coming one. The will to save is here. The love to carry forth the work is widely spread abroad. The active aid of all who know the truth is also here. Come forth, O Mighty One, and blend these three. Construct a great defending wall. The rule of evil now must end. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this new moon meditation, using as much as possible, the power of will, divine will, and divine purpose. In another couple of hours or so, a little less, We have our Esoteric United Nations meeting, and we'll be looking at your nation and what we may have learned about the progress of the various nations. So that's going to be on your schedule, your weekly schedule, if you want to join us. And then if you have not already taken your pledge to stick with it until 2026, and the new Group of World Servers Festival of that year, you can have a chance to say so, and we will arrange either now or later for you to make your pledge. So, from all of us, Tuya, Michael Crow, and the group,
What? Michael?
communications group. Yeah, Michael. Yeah. Yep. Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
Did you just ask for me?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I just heard my name, so I thought.
Yeah, your name was there. I was just.
But Michael, today we are giving oath.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. So we will
If
meet.
there are some new ones.
If there are those.
Yeah. So this is oath giving day also, because it's
Okay.
new moon day. It's good oath giving day.
Yep, that's good. That's good. Okay. So we'll see you all before long, and or at least some of you before long, and we'll work on ahead at I think it's 9 o'clock GMT. And until then, okay, this will be up on Makara shortly. And bye for now. Oh, trying to close this off. Oh, Michael, maybe. Yeah.